Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am doing one of my most frequently asked questions, and that is my self-tan routine. I haven't done one of these in so long, and it is about that time where I need to redo my self-tan, so I just figured it was a perfect time to finally give you guys an in-depth tanning routine. Personally, I like to self-tan because one, it makes me feel more confident. I don't know what it is, but every single time I'm just like feeling kind of like, you know, just not that great about myself. For whatever the reason is, everybody has those like waves of like when they feel confident, when they feel the most like bad, you know what I'm saying? So when I don't really feel that great about myself, if I put on self-tanner, I will instantly feel better, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it just reminds me of summertime. It really is just my go-to to make myself feel better. Like every time someone asks me, how do you pick yourself up when you're really feeling low? And the answer is always self-tan. Self-tan is the answer to so many different questions. How can I make my ex jealous? Self-tan, post a fire picture, nice and bronzy, make it look like you just went on vacation. It's just all around a great product, and I am obsessed with it. I have tried so many different kinds of self-tanner. You can take my word for it, the routine I'm about to show you is probably the best one, especially if you need to be tan for a certain event. I've made all the mistakes you can possibly make from self-tanning, so you guys can trust me. Just follow this routine. You guys are gonna see firsthand how I use self-tan to cheer myself up. You may be wondering, what self-tanner do you use? What is your favorite go-to self-tanner that never fails you? And I'm so glad you asked, because the sponsor of today's video is Loving Tan. I have been obsessed with Loving Tan since I was probably 15 years old, so over 6 years ago I started using this product, and it seriously is my go-to. Like, I'm not even kidding. It never failed me, not even once. As long as you use it correctly, it is foolproof. If you guys want to go shop at Loving Tan, you can use my code Samantha for a free applicator mitt, which I swear by this applicator mitt. It's like a win-win. You go buy your mousse and you can get a free mitt with my code. Let's just get to it. So step one is definitely go and take a really nice shower.
So the shower before you actually apply the self-tanner is arguably the most important step. First, I'm using the Loving Tan exfoliating mitt. This thing works wonders to get off all your dead skin and all of that old self-tan residue. Like, look how much came off. Once you've scrubbed your entire body, then you go in and you shave your entire body, and you make sure that you shave all of the areas that you're planning to tan.
Okay, so as you can see, I just got out of the shower. I just threw on some shorts that I don't really care about and a little tank top. Sometimes when you're putting on the tan, it'll get on your clothes, so you don't want to be wearing something, you know, very nice. But little tip, once you get out of the shower, I like to wait as long as I possibly could before I actually apply the tanner, because as you can see, my skin is kind of sensitive and it gets very red and like splotchy when I exfoliate it, so I need to like wait a little bit before I apply the tan just to let my skin breathe a little bit. But this happens all the time. It's completely normal. So usually I'll just like throw on some pajamas and then wait a little bit before I actually apply the tanner. I actually want to put on a robe really quickly. It just feels so weird and I feel like I just want to be covered up. So we're gonna put on a robe. And also while you're waiting, you can start moisturizing, which I think I'm gonna do right now. This is an important step, like a very important step. You're gonna grab a moisturizer, preferably one that doesn't have like any strong fragrances. So I'm just using this like normal Aveeno one. I look crazy before I self-tan, like I look wild. All you need is to moisturize a few areas on your body, not your entire body. I start with my hands, and I really moisturize my hands very well, including my wrists, because those are places that will pick up the pigment like way more than the rest of your body. So you gotta really moisturize. You're also gonna want to do your knees and your elbows and stuff, because those are also like really thin parts of your skin, so just get a lot of moisturizer on those areas. So basically your knees, your elbows, and your ankles, and like your feet and stuff. We're gonna chill for a little bit. I'm gonna take a little break, go eat some dinner, and then we're gonna come back and we'll actually start the application of the tanning mousse. And that's when the fun starts, because that's when we start looking tan and we don't look like a crazy hot mess like I do right now. So I will be back in just a little bit, and then we'll get this show on the road. BRB. Okay, it's been a little bit later and I'm back. As you can see, I'm not like red and splotchy anymore, so we're gonna start the actual self-tanning routine. I'm just gonna show you guys quickly how I apply it. I'm only gonna do like an arm or two and then do the rest off camera, just because I kind of do it like naked because it's just easiest that way. So you wanna like kind of go in front of a mirror, make sure you have good lighting so you see what you're doing. Get your mitt on. This mitt is so important. It is so nice and velvety, and it makes the application go on so smooth and even. skin. And the foam itself is also really nice and airy. It doesn't have like a really terrible smell. It's actually not that bad. Some self tanners smell really bad, and the reason why I love Loving Tan the most is because it is not orange. The undertones of this tan is not orange at all, so you're never going to have that like orangey fake tan feel. You just put it on the mitt and rub it on your skin. I don't even like do it that perfectly. I kind of just messily throw it on my skin and then just really buff it in. So yeah, you're never gonna look orange with this tan, and it also has like an instant bronzer in it so that you can see where the tan is going right away, even if it's not fully developed. So as long as every part of your skin is covered, then you're good to go. Look at my hair. I look crazy right now. I'm honestly not really having the best day. I feel like it's progressively getting worse. I don't know if it's just my hormones or what it is, but I just kind of feel terrible. Like, we're just gonna keep pushing, and hopefully the self tanner helps us to feel happy again. Spread it all over. It also dries down very quickly, so you're not gonna feel like sticky and everything. Once it's completely dry, it's waterproof, so you can like, you know, do whatever. You can go put clothes on. It's not gonna like stain your clothes or anything. Even if it looks a little splotchy, as long as every part of your skin is covered, it's gonna give you an even tan, because then once you wash off the instant bronzer, like in 8 hours or 6 hours, whenever it's fully developed, all those like uneven places are gonna wash right off, and then you're just gonna be left with a really nice even tan. So it's very, very easy, very foolproof. You guys kind of get the gist of it. It's a little hard to do like with this shirt on. As you can see, I really need to like blend it in, but I'm gonna quickly do everything off camera, and then I'll come back and show you guys directly after. I look very tan now. I'm already feeling 10 times more confident than I was before. I literally just put it on. It's drying down. It's already almost dry, which is super quickly. Usually I just like put on the fan so that I can dry really quick. And yeah, we're pretty much done. The only thing I'm gonna do now is do a little bit on my face. I usually don't go crazy on my face. I do really, really like the Loving Tan face tanner, so I'm gonna show you guys how I do that. This is what it looks like. It is the Deluxe Face Tan. I have it in the shade Dark, and this only takes 2 hours to develop, which is really good. So I usually just take like the back of the mitt, and I'll put the smallest amount, like so small. So literally like that, and I'll kind of put it just on the places where I usually like contour, so that it gives me like a natural contour. And I just do it like underneath my cheekbones and on my temples, and there you go. That is literally all I do. I like to do it at nighttime so that I can just go to sleep and then wake up and wash it off. I usually leave it on for like way longer than you're supposed to, because I feel like it makes it darker. I don't know if it's even true. I think it is. I think if you leave it on, like it'll develop like even more. So that's typically what I do, because I like to get the most out of like this whole routine that I do, because it takes like, it's kind of like a whole night affair, you know? You got to do the weighting, the moisturizing, the exfoliating, all that stuff, but it's always so worth it. So when I look in the mirror, I just like feel so much better about myself now that I have this tan on, which is kind of not good now that I think about it. But you know what? It's kind of like makeup. Like the way I think of makeup, like I don't need it. Like if I didn't have self tanner, I'd be fine. Of course, I'd want to do it once in a while, but like I don't need it. But it just makes me feel good, you know? If you find something that makes you feel happy, then why not just do it? I kind of do this like every 2 weeks, I would say, because this tan usually lasts for a good amount of time, like probably up to 10 days, I'd say. Usually when my tan is like starting to come off, the product that I use to make it stay on longer, kind of like replenish the tan, is actually this. And I always saw this on the Loving Tan website, and I was like, do I need that? But then once I tried it out, I was like, where has this been all my life? Because this product makes your tan stay on even longer, and you don't have to do this whole routine as often. So this is their Deluxe Gradual Tan Body Lotion. It's like a tinted lotion. I have the dark shade, and like let's say like in a few days the tan's starting to fade a little bit, but it's not like cracking, it's just like fading. You pop this on after the shower, and it really just brings that tan back. So it's like amazing, and it's also like a moisturizer at the same time, so I love this. It is currently 10 p.m. now. I'm gonna just chill for the rest of the night, let my tan absorb into my skin. I usually just throw on like a big oversized sweatshirt, something loose, not something really tight, and then tomorrow morning I will check back in with you guys, show you like how it's looking. It's gonna probably be way darker than this. Good night. Good morning. It is the next day. It is currently like 1 p.m. so I've had my tanner on for a very long time, over 12 hours actually, so it's had plenty of time to develop, and as you can see, it looks looks very just like natural, very bronzy. I don't know if you can tell. But see, my hands like don't really look that bad. It doesn't look that splotchy because I really moisturize them. And also it's gonna look like way more natural once I wash it off. Just like very natural, which I really like. This is my stomach. I'm just gonna go in the shower and just quickly rinse it off. I'm not gonna really use any soap or anything. I'm just gonna literally just rinse it off. And I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like after it's rinsed off. And you'll also be able to see like the finished result when I'm all dressed and ready. So let's go rinse this off. Okay guys, I am all ready and my tan is fully developed. It's in full action. I feel so much more confident. As you can see, it looks like super natural. It doesn't look orange or like, you can't even really tell that it's a fake tan, but you just look 10 times better. So I really like Loving Tan. That's why it's always my go-to, because it looks so natural, doesn't look streaky, everything. My hands look fine. It's perfect. That is my self-tanning routine. Can you just tell I'm in such a better mood now? And Sam loves when I self-tan too, because he says I look really pretty.
I like this part, my favorite, right here. Look how tan that part is.
Makes your stomach really tan. It looks like you just went on a vacation, even though you didn't. So that is it for my self-tanning routine. Thank you so much to Loving Tan for sponsoring this video. And make sure to use my coupon code to get a free tanning mitt with your purchase of a mousse. I'm telling you guys, the mitt makes such a difference. So it's so great that you guys can get two for the price of one. So definitely use it. I promise you guys, you won't regret it. So yeah, thank you so much to Loving Tan for sourcing my happiness all year round when the sun is no longer out. So yeah, that's all my secrets. Guess that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for coming along with me and going through a little mental breakdown with me. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.